Welcome back. So now we enter the next chapter, chapter 11, Getting Information. So in this chapter, we will learn about how to get information from strangers. Why do we need to learn this? Because every day in our life we are confronted with situations that require us to obtain information from strangers. For example, if you visit Singapore, Canada, USA, UK, Italy, or anywhere in the world, but not right now because Corona is everywhere. So, just kidding. So, if you go to some places that you don't know, of course, if you want to go visit the bus station, for example, or train station, and you don't know how to get there, you need to ask information from the locals, from the people who live there, from the people who know how to go to those places. Jadi kalau misalnya kamu pergi ke luar negeri dan kamu kehilangan arah, hilang jalan, dan mungkin Google Map-nya lagi nggak bekerja atau gimana, I don't know, you need to ask information from the strangers that you meet on the street. Oke, bisa seperti itu. Jadi, right now we will learn how to get information from stranger. As usual, there are dialogues and I will read them out for you. The first one is between box office seller, box office officer, I don't know what to call it, and Jennifer. Do you know what box office is? So, box office itu adalah istilah, ya kalian pasti mendengarkan film box office. Itu berarti kan film-film yang ada di teater gitu, di sinema, di bioskop, ya ampun, bioskop. Nah, box office itu sebenarnya adalah istilah untuk sebuah box yang ada di depan teater, ada di depan sinema, ada di depan bioskop. Kalau dulu ya di luar negeri kayak gitu. Jadi ada sebuah box yang di box itu adalah tempat penjualan tiketnya. Jadi kalau mau membeli tiket harus beli di box itu. You get the ticket and then you enter the cinema. But right now everything can be done online. So I don't know if there is still box office even though in America or in UK or anywhere else in the world. Okay, let's get on. So this conversation is through over a telephone between a box office lady and Jennifer. Want a theater? Yes. What are you showing this week? Well, starting today we have Cold Feet and the Lost Soul. Cold Feet and the Lost Soul. I've never heard of that movie. Who's in it? I'm sorry, but you misunderstood. Those are two movies. Cold Feet is the first one, and then The Lost Soul is after that. Oh, I didn't realize it was a double feature. Yes, we always have a double feature during the week. Could you tell me when the first one starts? 7:15. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye. You're welcome. Bye. That's the conversation between box office lady and Jennifer. Double feature itu di sini dari penjelasannya two movies shown in sequence for the price of one. Jadi bayar satu dapat dua kali nonton gitu. Ya. Bayar satu tiket dapat dua kali nonton. Oke, itu box office-nya. Box office penjelasan saya yang tadi ya. Who are the two speakers? Do they know each other? What do you think? Do they know each other? The answer is no, they do not know each other. Because it's between Jennifer and some stranger yang bekerja di box office. Why did Jennifer call the box office? Why? I think you can answer it. What words does Jennifer use to ask for information? Pay attention to this one. What words does Jennifer use to ask for information? Let's take a look at the dialogue again. Okay. Kalimat apa yang digunakan oleh Jennifer? This one. What are you showing this week? Kalian muter film apa minggu ini? Ya, what are you showing this week? And apa lagi? Apakah cuma itu? Ada lagi yang ini. Could you tell me when the first one starts? Jadi dia tidak hanya bertanya tentang film apa yang kalian putar minggu ini, tapi juga mulai jam berapa filmnya, ya. And then what word show that this is a polite conversation? Maybe because Jennifer used could. Could you tell me? Thanks a lot, you're welcome. We also have dialogue B. It's a conversation between Frank Keaton and Mrs. McAllister. Frank Keaton and Mrs. McAllister. So Frank Keaton, I don't know, some young boy from out of town and wants to visit a library. So he meets Mrs. McAllister on the street and asks the direction to her. Okay, I will read them out for you. Excuse me, ma'am, could you tell me how to get to the Carnegie Library from here? Of course, it's on 10th Street, just across from the Armory. On 10th? That's right. You know where that is? I'm afraid I don't. I'm new in town. Well, do you know where the old post office is? No, I don't, but I do know where Sears is. I'm not sure that's going to help us. Let me see. Why don't you follow this street, Paddington Way, until you get to the stoplight? Take a right there, that's Elm Street, and you go up about 2 or 3 blocks until you get to the 10th. Then turn left. The library is on your right about 3 blocks down. Let me get this straight. Go up to Elm, take a right, go 3 blocks, that's right, 2 or 3, turn left on the 10th, and the library is on the right hand side, 3 blocks down. That's right. Well, thank you very much, ma'am. You've been very helpful. That's quite alright. Ya, ma'am itu often used in southern United States. It is a polite way of addressing women. Discussion lagi. Identify the two speakers in dialogue. Where are they? In the street, ya. What does Frank need? How does he get McAllister attention? Apa yang Frank butuhkan, dia butuh bertanya tentang jalan, kan? How does he get Mrs. McAllister's attention? Bagaimana cara dia mendapatkan perhatian atau attentionnya dari si Mrs. McAllister? Bisa kalian lihat? Dia menggunakan apa? Excuse me, ma'am. Jadi sebelum kalian mulai bertanya kepada orang lain, jangan langsung, ini di mana ya? Ini di mana ya? Tapi kamu mungkin dia lagi mengerjakan sesuatu yang lain, lagi main HP kayak lagi nunggu bus kayak lagi apa. Untuk mendapatkan attention dari mereka, supaya mereka memperhatikan kamu, melihat kamu, you could use excuse me ma'am, or excuse me sir, or excuse me, kayak gitu ya. That's the first step. And then what words does Frank use to obtain the necessary information? What words does Frank use to obtain the necessary information? Apa yang diucapkan oleh Frank? Of course, this one. Could you tell me how to get to Carnegie Library from here? Jadi ini kalimat yang digunakan oleh si Frank. Could you tell me how to get to Carnegie Library from here? Nah, seperti itu. And then, what function is Mrs. McAllister performing in lines 10 to 15? 10 to 15. What function? Direction. Directing. Ya. Itu directing function. Okay, what else? Okay, let's just move to this one. Jadi, in most cases, if you need information, you can ask someone directly. However, there are some topics considered personal and private. Jadi ada beberapa topik yang sebaiknya kamu nggak bertanya secara langsung seperti itu. Ya, contohnya salary, age, weight, berat. Cewek tuh sangat sensitif jika ditanyakan berat. Political or religious belief. Jadi kalau berhubungan tentang itu mungkin tidak perlu ditanya secara langsung. Nah, kalau kamu pengen bertanya secara langsung, kalau kamu pengen bertanya tentang hal itu, maksud saya, jangan gunakan pertanyaan langsung. Jadi use indirect question rather than atau instead of how much do you make a year, itu kan tanya gaji kamu setahun berapa atau sebulan berapa. Kamu bisa bertanya dengan pertanyaan tidak langsung. About how much does a secretary or an engineer make? Jadi kamu tidak bertanya ke orang itu, misalnya teman kamu si A, dia adalah seorang dokter. Kamu gajinya berapa sih sebulan? Jangan tanya seperti itu, tapi ubah pertanyaannya kayak lebih halus gitu. Gaji dokter sebulan berapa ya? How much a doctor make in a month? Jadi jangan pakai yang langsung-langsung. Nah, ini mereka menjelaskan yang tentang calling on the phone, calling on the telephone. You can get information over the phone about hours of operation, availability, and cost of items and public services. Zaman sekarang kamu biasanya menelpon kemana? Kalau menelpon untuk hal apa ya? Untuk menanyakan informasi. I don't usually make that kind of phone calls nowadays. I don't really know. Maybe you have any experience calling some places. Kalau zaman dahulu ada namanya kementerian atau departemen penerangan, bukan urusan PLN, bukan urusan soal kelistrikan, tapi penerangan. Jadi penerangan itu ya, kalau misalnya menelpon ke situ mereka dan mau bertanya tempat ini ada di mana ya lokasinya, mereka akan menerangkan ke kamu, atau nomor telepon ini atau informasi ini apa, karena itu adalah departemen penerangan, menerangkan. Well, nowadays we don't really need that kind of action or that kind of activities where we have to call departemen penerangan, because we can easily find it from Google. I think so. And then jadi kalau kamu misalnya mau nelpon ya seperti tadi contohnya yang di percakapan A. What else in it? Calling on the telephone. When requesting information over the phone, state exactly what you want. Jadi harus jelas apa yang pengen kamu mau dari telepon itu. Yep. If you call a department store or company with many offices, your call will be answered by a switchboard operator. Biasa kan kalau misalnya kita mau telepon ke kantor-kantor ya, saya mau telepon ke kantor, terus mereka ada banyak cabang gitu, banyak cabang mau masuk di mana, atau misalnya kayak kita mau telepon ke Speedy, nah ke Telkom mau ngadu soal masalah Speedy. Jadi kan pas nelpon diterima dulu pertama oleh switchboard operatornya, jadi bukan orang. Terus ditanya, terus dibilang kalau mau pengaduan tekan 1, kalau mau tagihan tekan 2, kalau mau pemasangan baru 3, atau seterusnya seperti itu. Nah, kayak gitu juga. Jadi kamu akan dijawab seperti itu, terus baru misalkan kamu pilih 2, mau pengaduan atau 1 pengaduan. Nanti setelah sudah masuk ke pengaduan baru akan dijawab oleh si operator manusianya. So you have to state clearly. Asking someone on the street. On the street, people often ask strangers for direction, for information about public transportation, buses and taxis, and for the time, dan lain-lain. Jadi bus station itu paling umum, misalnya orang mau bertanya tentang apa saja. Okay, it's almost 15 minutes, so I need to cut this video first, and then we can continue in the next video. Okay, see you.